New Vision consultancy, attending for first round. I think I don't know about the client yet, but I'm attending for first round technical interview. Starting the interview now on today 24th February 2026 at 6:30 p.m.
Hi, Vinu.
Hi Vidya.
Hi.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. So, Vinu, we have a process. Can you please show you ID proof, any Aadhaar card or PAN card?
Yeah. One second.
Okay, fine. Please take it back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Rohan is also joining. Hi, Rohan. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, Rohan.
So, Rohan, I have done with the process. Please continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, hi. How are you, right?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Good evening.
Alright, so let's get started with the interview process. First, I will introduce myself and then we can have your introduction.
Sure.
And further we move to the technical questions, right?
Okay.
So, my name is Rohan Bansal, working as a lead QA at New Vision. I overall have 9+ years of experience in QA space, and all of that majorly is in automation itself. At New Vision, I'm responsible for checking the things which are more close to delivery perspective and more aligned to packaged applications like ServiceNow, SAP, Salesforce, or Workday. Along with this, we also deal in multiple tool aspects, tools in ways such as the license tool, if we talk about Tosca, AMP, Catalan, and few others. Along with this, we also work in open source domain where Selenium is there or Playwright is there, which is getting used widely in the market. We focus on that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Myself, coming to myself, Venu Srikanth. I'm from Vijayawada. Coming to my qualification, I have BTech, and coming to my work experience, I have total experience of 5 years 11 months. That relevant Tosca automation experience is 3.8 years. So I started in 2018 in my first company, Chandusoft, as a manual tester. There I have worked for 2 years 2 months. Later I worked for People Prime World Limited. There I started working with automation tool Tosca. So there I worked for the client Cognizant through the consultancy People Prime World Limited. After 6 months of my duration in that company, I got converted into the full-time employee with the Cognizant itself. So there also I worked with the same team, continued with the same project. It is relevant to pet insurance. So after that I worked on S&P Global. It is of 6 months duration. I came out of that company due to the tool is different. Actually they took for Tosca automation role, but the tool is a Pyraft automation, manual testing they're happening. So I'm more into Tosca automation.
Correct. Correct. So as you mentioned, you are having 3.5 years of
Yeah.
experience in automation, right?
Yeah.
So in this automation journey, how much is your experience with Tosca? Is it totally 3.5 years, or something is in a different tool as well?
No, I worked on with one automation tool only, Tosca. Other than that, I did manual testing. So Tosca, I started with web automation. After some time, we started working with API also, database testing also we did. But we did for multiple application. Initial point of view, I started with one application MPQC. Later, 6 months and 1 year duration. Two more applications that are relevant to pet insurance, relevant to same project we have been added. So parallelly we are doing 3 applications, API and web automation we are doing mostly for that.
Okay. Any experience in automating desktop-based applications?
Desktop based, I did for 3 months. It is a Excel based application, but we didn't do much on that. It's like a development happened in Excel based applications. That is, the data will be saved, updated in the database like that. It is relevant to Excel based automation.
Okay, all right. Any experience you have using the or automating the XML files?
XML, no, I did do that.
Okay. Have you done automation for Excel files?
Yeah, Excel based application, as I told earlier. Some FRS application is there, so it is Excel based application. There some tools will be there. We'll have separate access for the team only. When we log in with our team credentials only, we'll be able to add some text boxes will be there. What is the calculation type we have to select, and what is the duration we have to select. These kind of data that is in the Excel application, we have to scan these elements. So for this I have used a Vision AI engine for this, for calculation, identification of these, because we tried with Winx and other UI also. These kind of engines are not working for this identification of these elements. So Vision AI we have used here, and this data will be saved in the database. So database testing also we did along with that.
Okay, all right. Any idea what is TC shell?
TC shell, yeah, I think it's like a um, um, CMD tool for Tosca, I think, but we haven't used it in our project.
Okay. Any idea what is TQL?
Yeah, Tosca query language. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me how would you write a TQL query to return all test cases that displays the error, no module attribute associated?
Yeah, I'll try. I haven't used it much of TQL in our.
If you don't mind, can you share your screen so that I can also see what you're typing?
Yeah. I think this one, but I'm not sure of it because we haven't used it much in our project.
Fine. So, have you worked with date functions?
Yeah, date we have used, date functions we have used.
Okay. Can you just put in the syntax of the date, which is exactly 1 year from now, from today's date, and the time should be 2 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. If you want to define format also, we can define in the third square braces. So this will generate us the defined expected value. So first square basis is the base date. As we haven't specified any base date, it will take the current date. From the current date, the offset value is 1 year. So small y denotes the years here. So plus 1 y next year it will come. So plus 2h is the hours. We have incremented from current time.
Okay. So what is the significance of having small h in this syntax?
Yeah, hour wise, like date and time, it's not only completely date, hour wise also we can increment that.
Okay. But let's suppose currently we are having the interview at 7 p.m., right?
Yeah.
So will it calculate 7 plus 2 hours, or how it will be?
7 plus 2. Yeah, I think 7 plus 2 it will calculate. So, 2 a.m. right? Yeah. Yeah, I think from current time 2 hours increment, I think, but you asked for 2 a.m. right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure for that 2 a.m.
Fine, no worries. I can stop your screen share.
Okay.
Now let's assume there is a job which runs. Sometime it takes 20 minutes, sometime it takes 25 minutes of time duration. Okay. Now you don't know the exact execution minute because it's varying depending on when we try to run it. Now, how would you ensure that your Tosca execution or Tosca test case execution starts only after that web job is completed?
For this we have CI/CD integration. So we integrated with the Jenkins. So when the deployment is done from the developer side, when the build is deployed, so it will trigger the test suite. Like we have integrated this for 70 test cases. So it will automatically triggers when the new build arrived. So it will execute all the test cases immediately without wasting our time. So this will help us understanding whether the critical features are working fine when the new build is coming up.
Okay, but what if CI/CD is not there?
Decks we have, but scheduled execution we didn't. I think scheduling is done with Jenkins. I think so.
Okay, right. Let's suppose your execution list contains 500 test cases. Okay. Out of those, few of them failed. Okay. When I say failed, out of 500, it can happen that 50 are failing in the first iteration, then 80 are failing in the second iteration, and the numbers are, or the order is also random. Correct. Now, how would you configure Tosca to rerun only the failed test cases?
Configure. think we haven't done any setup like this before. I think like TCP parameter uh, on verification failure, we can do the retry level by setting up the retry level. At the test case level, the test case fails means it will execute based on the number of test case retries also, based on the recovery scenarios we specified. When the test case fails with the verification issue, the recovery scenario get executed. So the test steps which are in recovery scenario will try to reset that application. So it will not face issue when the same test case will be reinitiated from the start onwards. So for example, if you take some e-commerce website and some product is already in cart, means before running this test case we should not have any products in the cart. Means these kind of removing these test steps will be set up in the recovery scenarios. So this will remove that this will reset that cart, and by using that on verification failure, we have to set up that retry level as a test case level, so that number of retries we set up, it will run that many time. When it fails, like if it is failing for the first time, means we have set up a test case retries to 3 times, means it will check until the 2 failures. If third time also failure, means then the cleanup scenarios triggers in place. So the cleanup scenario mostly is like quitting our browser or doing some other cleanups like that, so that next test cases will not be affected when the same window title window is open. Because when the same title window is open, next test case also will fluctuate, like ambiguity issue will come, so it does not understand which tab to execute that script. So in this way, I think we use it like this.
Okay, right. Let's suppose there is some list box which contains 100 items. Okay. How would you retract the number of items which are present in it, and you need to arrange that in a ascending order, or basically print that sequence in ascending order on a screen?
Yeah, here we have like we have to take the generic list item. By taking the generic list item, as it will have all the properties of the drop down values, so we can use the property result count to get all the values of count of that drop down values. So based on the result count, we'll get the number of values. So ascending order we can do by adding a first we have to buffer like using the explicit name, we have to buffer first position and second position indexing. If you as we created already that list item, we can use the explicit name and provide like hash of repetition in the first occurrence. In the second instance, we can give the hash of repetition math of repetition plus 1. It will take the second occurrence. So here we will use the action mode buffer and buffer these values. So in the first instance it will take the first value, in the second instance it will take the second value, but these two buffers are executed in the same test step itself. So it will we do the incrementation up to this count is calculated. So in this way, when we buffer two values at a time, we in the next step we use the T-box evaluation. Like here we will evaluate the buffer 1 less than buffer 2. So in this way it will evaluate see they are in ascending order or not.
Okay. Have you worked with strings?
Yeah, we have like
Okay.
several string operations we did work.
Okay. In the chat, I have given one string. How can I reverse this in Tosca?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make it a little bit simple.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, here we have to use the calc function, calc left operation. So it will take first value from that string. So after taking that string, we have to store that string in other buffer, so that here the first letter will be replaced with empty values. Like string replace, if you use means that first occurrence will be replaced with another value. Like if you keep like third braces empty braces means the value which we are giving as input text, they'll be replaced with empty value. So remaining text will be b c d e f g. So again we will do that, we'll set up as a repetition. So in the second instance it will take the b character. After taking this b character, it will save in the same sequence. Like already a is stored, right? Before that it will store b. In this way, we use two buffers in this way. So after that storage is happened, we will replace again b with empty value. So this data will be data which is buffered, it will be automatically deleted. So after all the characters were buffered, it will give the resultant value in the reverse order.
Okay, all right. Let's suppose you have an Excel file in which 1,000 records are there,
Okay.
in which only username password details are present for 1,000 records. Okay. How would you determine how many duplicate records do exist in that Excel file?
I think we can use the constant, like if we have some names, by using that first name or last name, these we can use the constant to filter number of records are there with these first name and last name, uh, or email id, like that.
But will it guarantee that you are getting the duplicate records?
I think here we have to take all the field values. Like if we have like first name, last name, email ID, and password, everything data is there means we have to buffer it first, uh, buffer and constant it then. So when we are constanting, it will get the count. Like if it is in two records means same data, so here we can get the result count. So if the result count is greater than one means duplicate record are there for the specific record. So here we can understand like the first record is having like duplicate values. In this way it will increment it will go to the second record. In the second record also it will buffer the same all the values like first name, last name, everything, all the fields will be buffered. And when it is constrained, we use the result count to get the number of records are there with this record values, like all the fields values. So all the fields will, when are common, we use the result constant as action mode to get the number of result count values with the same data. So by this we can understand how many times one record is duplicated. Like if it is greater than means every time there is some duplicancy having there for that record. So some records will be having like will be failing like greater than one. So that means those records will not be are not having any duplicate values. By this we can understand which are having duplicate records, which are not having duplicate records.
Okay, fine. How would you rate yourself in API testing?
How would you I didn't get it.
How would you rate yourself when it comes to API testing?
Yeah, I can rate myself 4 out of 5.
Okay. What are the different response code and what does those mean? So, for example, what is the difference between 200 and 201?
Yeah, 200 is just a message is we got the response, that's it. It doesn't mean anything, like it just passed and we got the response, that's it mean. 201 comes in when we use the post call. So post call is like when we are sending some data in payload or headers or other parameters like query parameters or path parameters, this kind of data when we are sending, it will create some record in that source, like endpoint. Like when we are creating when we are registering in the e-commerce website, we fill out the names like first name, last name, address, everything. Like these will go in the backend as a API call for post method. So these records will be like created in the resource. So that's why that record is created, response will be 201. 201 means created, data is created in the resource. 204 is no content. When we do like a method like a delete operation, we get a 204 response. 400 is like a bad request, something when we are not having any format issues or any data issues kind of in a payload from request side, means we'll get like a 400 issue. If you are having any wrong endpoint, any mistakes in the endpoint on the base URL, anything, means we'll get like 404 not found issue. Like 409 also we get when we are doing post call itself, like registering same static data for the same user multiple times, means it might get like 409 conflict issue, like same data duplicate data is creating, like that it will inform us.
Okay. Have you used Docus Mapper?
No, we didn't use that.
Okay. So, all right. There is a situation where your client or customer is asking for a detailed report of whatever executions you have done and what kind of data you have passed on in that test case. How would you share these details with the client or customer?
Yeah, we have like in the result execution section, we can generate reports from the actual log with the detailed result. We have like 4 types of results we have. We can generate with a detailed result so that he can understand what are the test case passed, and the step by step log wise also you'll have in the which test step we, if it is any failing, means detailed log will be, he'll be able to see that there.
Okay, and what about screenshots?
Screenshots. In the settings we have to set up like on verification, like failure or we can add like setting we have, or on verification failure it will create a screenshot along with that. We have to enable that one, then only we'll be able to get whenever any failure is test case is failed or a failure happen, we'll get the screenshot of that, what is the issue, from that also we'll get.
Okay. Have you automated any SAP applications?
No, I didn't work on SAP application. Web, API and database I work. Mostly web, I can say.
Okay. What kind of application was that which you automated?
It's a pet insurance application. It's like a US based client nationwide. So there we have like pet insurance, like canine and feline, dog and cat. For that they provide pet insurance. So they will be like providing like accident, illness, hereditary, wellness, these kind of health insurance will be provided for that. So based on the age of the pet, like if some newly born baby pet is, means so less premium will be there. So if it is very old pet, means which is nearly to expiring date, right? So they will charge more premium based on that pet species and our rarity diseases they have.
Okay. So in this, since it's an insurance application, there might be certain terms and conditions as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this terms and conditions, how you have ensured it's covering the specified use cases which are, or the requirements which are given to you. Either it was like developing individual test case, or whether it was using the TCD approach.
TCD approach, it will be helpful for us. So like here we can verify different kind of data. So different sets of test data also here we can use, like multiple terms and conditions will have. We can enable this in the business attributes. We can create multiple instances for different kind of test cases. So here we can verify for one test case, one term condition we can verify like that. Like otherwise we can enable all the set tests together, and in one test case itself we can verify all the terms it is falling or not, like that we can verify. Like here in test sheet we can create classes, which is helpful for creating multiple test sheets. So here we create attributes which is having business relevance, yes, no, and the result is like verification purpose we do. No is like admin data, like who created that test sheet designing, who did, and any updated and any updated versions or the any we did in the recent days, means that date we update there. Business relevance, yes, means like text boxes, radio button, these kind of data which we are entering for that test cases we create as a attributes. And the kind of data if we are changing like valid and invalid, character and position we have. So character and position here will help us for straight through instances or any like valid data, invalid data, these kind of these will be helpful for a TCD.
Okay. By any chance, have you automated Salesforce application?
No.
Alright. Now, there is a scenario that you create an order in the system and that is displayed at the top banner of the application. I mean, it's a web-based application, right?
Yeah.
But the challenge is the message which is populated at the top, it goes away after 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you try to capture that message which is getting disappeared within 2 to 3 seconds in Tosca?
Yeah, for that we have like some snippet is there. Like we have to disable JavaScript for that for scanning purpose. Using Tosca Scan, we can do that. After disabling that JavaScript, we can scan that. And during execution point of view, we can use like wait on action mode we can use. So when the wait on is that element is visible, it will immediately verify that like text or it is visible or exist. These kind of property we can define and we can verify when that text exists. Like inner text also we can verify if it is but we have to verify the characters and numbers of that order number, means that also we can verify using that.
Okay, alright. Have you heard about self-healing?
Yeah, self-healing we use. Like when we are doing that Tosca scan itself, it will be visible, but it will be happening mostly in the background. When we select some elements as unique itself, it will save self-healing properties also, like what are the properties we selected, other properties also it will save, like which can be like if you select like a 3 to 4 checkboxes, right? Those are the properties which help us to identify that element uniquely. It will scan. It will save more than that also in the back end. This is done by the self-healing feature. So here we have to use the TCP parameter. Self-healing should be enabled in the TCP section only. Then only it will kick during the execution point of view. If it is failing, means it will be triggered in the execution list when we are running. This should be enabled in the self-healing, like combination we have and weight based we have weight based and combination we have. So this will help us to like we can define like what is the minimum weightage it should be to select that property in the self-healing. When these properties are matching like a 0.75 or 0.5, we give some limitation. Above that limitation only which will help us during our recovering that elements during the execution. So this is applicable during execution list. These changes also we can save in the execution list. If something is failed, means it will be like coming the heart symbol there. So that means self-healing is working there. So we can right click it and apply those changes. So these data will be updated in the module section then for the future purpose.
Now, can you tell me the disadvantage of self-healing?
Disadvantage of self-healing. When we don't want also, I think if any element is removed from the existing feature, it try to maps what are the properties already existing. If it is matching with some other element, it will try to think that that element is the correct element for that properties and try to verify that element as a perform action like click or inputting any data, something what we are performing in the test step. So it will perform on the different element. It will not perform on the expected element. If the expected element is removed or something means, but the properties are matching during the self-healing means it will work on that, which is not an expected scenario for our testing purpose.
Alright. I think I'm good from my end. Do you have any questions for me?
What kind of project is that for this?
So project we are not sure yet.
Okay.
It's basically having overall experience with respect to Tosca,
Okay.
and the person should have explored the advanced topic of Tosca. That's the requirement we have at the moment.
Okay, so it's not any particular to Salesforce or SAP or a web.
No, that idea we don't have at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, alright. Thanks for your time then. Whatever next steps are there, HR team will coordinate that with you.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
Sure.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.